The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of our West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared, legendary breakfast bar, and don't forget to take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. Rogue Energy is designed to be the ultimate energy drink. Zero sugar, zero fillers, 5 calories, packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, and more effective energy drink. With full flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, just to name a few, there is something for everyone. Click a link on the description to find out more information. What? Alrighty, welcome back everybody here to Simtrax Broadcasting. Definitely proud to bring you the Doghouse Racing League on this fine Thursday night as we get this one ready to go for the Adam Looney Foundation 180 here tonight at Kansas Speedway. This 1.5 mile track is going to be an absolute blast as these drivers get locked and loaded out there during qualifying, which right now Mike Leftwich is holding the fastest time out there on the track, but not for long as Jonathan Jennings, with plenty of practice time, has nailed that top spot with a 30.07 seconds out there. The only person getting closer than that is Tyler Millette in the 94 Chevrolet, and so far so good for the Chevrolet team, seeing that they hold all top five starting spots here tonight. I'm getting mixed up and probably a little ahead of myself already because I am excited to bring you guys the Doghouse Racing League in this open setup league as they try to take these next gens around Kansas Speedway. Now, Kansas Speedway is a right front tire fryer here, as it is going to be extremely difficult to see how they can hold on to some of these turns. They're going to be super fast at the beginning, and you're going to see a lot of fall off. So tire management is going to be key here, and they've got to be careful. They don't want to see anything kind of off, switch up at all. They don't want to see any cautions here tonight, because I assure you what we're going to see a lot of is a lot of pit strategy, how they're going to overtake. Right now we're taking a look at Kevin Thompson, the number 21, sliding underneath here. Not too bad for him here tonight, as I believe, if I am not mistaken, all the Twisted Axle Racing team should be here tonight. Unfortunately, we only have one start and park, but that is a-okay. Everybody misses a race every now and then, but I would definitely not want to miss this one as we get this one just underway. About another minute and 20 seconds left. And I was talking earlier about Jonathan Jennings being the fastest one out on the track. Mike Samia unseats him here by about 10 thousandths of a second. So it's super fast, but can Mike Samia hold it? Kevin Thompson throwing his Ford into the mix, breaking up the top five, and Andrew St. Cour as well. So if there's one thing we know for certain, the Twisted Axle Racing team always throws a wrench into the spokes out there of the Elite Southern Motorsports team and Loud Pedal Racing. These guys are looking to be putting some solid times out down here tonight. And joining alongside me will be Stella. Stella will bring in just a second, but I do want to kind of point out our points chase here so far, where Hunter Simpson leads by only a handful of points over top of Jonathan Jennings with his fantastic win he had last week. Daniel Wilkerson sits third. Mike Samia, who's sitting on the pole here for tonight, will be in the fourth position, and Mike Leftwich in the fifth position in the points. Right now, taking a look at the Twist Axle Racing team, they are looking from the outside looking in, but check out the Shoney's Racing team. Mike Samia, Mike Leftwich, I mean, these guys, and Christopher Simon. Right now, I've got at least 3 drivers sitting in the top 10. What a blast it is for them to kick off really this season so early on and getting out in front. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup here in just a moment. But Stella, talk to me a little bit about Kansas here and kind of these drivers. These guys have got to be feeling pretty good about this track and the setups they've built for the race here tonight.
they can get a lot of differentiation as to far as how they're braking, how they're steering, what kind of feedback they get. On this 1.5 mile tri oval, they'll be dealing with banking in on the corners of progressive 17 to 20. The front and back range from 5 to 11 degrees, so they can get some speed up pretty good here. Let's see. 2011 looks like was the last time it was paved. So, like you say, we may have a good tire fryer.
That's okay. Well, as soon as the track rubber's up, we'll see these guys get underway. Let's see what we've got lined up for you here at Kansas. 120 laps we're going to try to put down, as long as that is under regulation, and no green-white checkers here at the end. 3 sets of tires down in pit and a 70% fuel limit. Of course, no starting parks, and Eric Warman is our only starting park here for tonight. He's going to have to try to piece together the rest of his season with a starting park here. He does give him a possibility of gathering some points, but not as many as he could have, as Warman has been on the war path, getting through the field, actually kind of toying around with these guys out there and doing a fantastic job. But BMAC out there in the chat, oh yeah, looks like Andrew St. Cour is back, and Kevin Powell is out in the chat as well. Said he just got his wheel fixed, and he will be back next week. I cannot wait. Right now, I guarantee you, Kevin Powell is that missing link we've had out here. In a lot of races, I keep looking, where is this guy? Because that is exactly who we're going to be looking for. So we'll see him return hopefully next week. And next week, boy, we got a race for you guys. But let's go ahead and get at our starting grid here for this evening. Mike Samia, Jonathan Jennings, the number 3 and the 91 will be starting side by side. We've seen them race side by side, but not start yet this season. Kevin Thompson with the Twisted Axle Racing Team will be sitting 3rd, and Hunter Simpson, our points leader, sits 4th. He's got to have a good finish tonight is stay in front of Jonathan Jennings. Andrew St. Cour, our Canadian, sitting 5th next to Tyler Mollett, sitting 6th. Rotating on back were Mike Leftwich, Daniel Wilkerson, Jonathan Smith, and Stephen Bonomo actually round out our top 10. Bonomo been on a good roll here so far. Hopefully he'll be able to continue on with a top 10 finish. Gary Armijo and Nicholas Atwood will be in the 6th row, looking to break into the top 10. And moving on back, Eddie Rivers. Boy, it's been a while since we've seen Eddie Rivers out here. Glad to see the number 15 returning back to put down some lap times here. That moves us to Christopher Simon, Bill Gentry, and Gary Clune, the last guy of our Twisted Axle Racing Team. Mark Dumont and Richard Leclerc. Boy, they're the Canadians side by side here tonight. Michael Dow, Justin McMahon, Duke Davis, Michael Giberson, and Chris Leftwich. Now, Leftwich actually starts in the back of the pack most of the time, but he is able to fly through the ranks here, and hopefully we'll see him get it done here. But let's get rocking and rolling here as we are under green. Mike Samia gets taken off here. Excellent jump here, but as the pace car goes on off, we get up to speed already at 160 miles an hour, entering turn 1, number 3, trying to make a break for it here. But Jennings, I guarantee if it were me out there racing, he has the top line, and the top line will be the one that you want to be on here tonight. So let's keep an eye here on the top 3 as Samia tries to hold off Jonathan Jennings. As soon as Jennings gets heated up here, he's going to try and make a solid move. Already battling here in the back, where I think it is Tyler Mollett made contact with the wall. 94 Chevrolet having a little trouble early on in this race, and you do not want to start with any kind of damage starting into this race here, Stella.
No, aerodynamics may not be as big here, but it is always big when you're dealing with speed.
Yeah, well, talking about speed, Daniel Wilkerson looking a little slow on turn exit. I think he maybe is trying to sandbag it a little bit, kind of back it off, and kind of conserve these tires. He may have had a top 10 start sitting 8th, but he may want to kind of wheel it back and wait it out. As you can see, Nicholas Atwood kind of crawled up the back end of his car there, closing the gap, really causing possibly some issues there. But it looks like Wilkerson finally tacking up here and rolling on through. But fastest on the track so far is Jonathan Jennings, sitting with a 30.69 as we rotate back up to our top 3. Looks like everybody's staying pretty spread apart, and we got a blinker here in the back, Stella.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's not the 99 out there of Jonathan Smith kind of giving us a disconnect. Right now it looks like Andrew St. Cour, man, almost got the side of his quarter panel dented in there, but he is able to squirt out. Thompson and St. Cour, I guarantee, are going to be a force to be reckoned with. But let's rotate back here to Bonomo, who right now is battling alongside Gary Clune. And I'll tell you what, Stella, right now I'm seeing a lot of the Twisted Axle Racing team making it into my camera view.
Whoa. Yeah, and we had a nice little, thank heavens there was no net code. Just number 6 there trying to, oops, excuse me, number 9. I'm upside down. I'm still a little flustered. Gentlemen will know. Yeah, he was looking to use the same laneage.
Yeah, well, definitely making contact there with Gary Clune. Clune Evan going ahead and brushing that off. Let's see if we can continue this one on through. Not too bad here tonight. Stella having a 23-car turnout here at Kansas as we keep this one underway. Right now, the battle still continues as Bonomo. You see that front end kind of drifting off with him. Excellent turn entry, and he's going to be able to pull on through. Clune spotter says don't, but here comes the 13 to Chris Leftwich. Leftwich starting dead last, moving already up to 13th position. Finally joining the number of his car here as he moves on through. Leftwich sliding all over the track, but we've seen Leftwich super hot out here, but he can't maintain. He kind of burns the tires off, and he's got a long way to make up, almost 6.5 seconds before he can reach the leader up front. But he, right now, as fast as he's going out here, I'm interested to see why why he qualified all the way in the back.
Well, might have been a strategy at this point, but my worry here is moving up this fast. What's he doing to fry those tires off?
Yeah, he's got to hold on as he goes ahead and secures 11th spot. 12 spots gained here for Chris Leftwich. Fantastic job, though. I love seeing that kind of racing. It just makes fans and other people out there that are on the track scratch their head saying, all right, buddy, you're fast now, but I'll see you in 15 laps, because that may be the make or break point for these tires if they start setting in. But wait to see if Justin McMahon can kind of make up the gap here in the 24 machine. It doesn't look like it here so far, but already a little bit of trouble here out of Mollett. Mollett trying to break up the Twisted Axle Racing team as he slides in there, and he is definitely trying to figure out where he falls in line with the rest of these drivers. Yeah, right now taking a look. Mollett in the 94 machine taking a look underneath. He slides in between, gets in front of Wilkerson. Wilkerson lets him on in. The only drivers out here not changing any positions, Samia and Jennings. Andrew St. Cour remains in 5th. Wilkerson remains in 8th. Clune dropping back down to 16th. May have to kind of make up the distance here, but drivers actually on the roll backwards. Stephen Bonomo down 5 positions to 15th. We're seeing Christopher Simon down 6 and his Toyota down to 20th, and Mark Dumont losing 6 as well, hitting dead last, and he's still having a little trouble getting that race car to tighten up. But when I have been out on the track, or any other driver, adjustments can be made, fortunately, with an open setup league. So these guys, when they come down pit, if they can't lose a whole lot of ground, he may be able to adjust that car, fix a little bit of that tire pressure, give it another round on the track bar, and get back out there and tighten this race car up. Let's see if we can find the battle out there with Bill Gentry and Gary Armijo. Armijo in the number 7, you see him there in the Toyota TRD machine. And the 34 of Bill Gentry turning it up here the past couple laps as he had his fastest time on the track of a 15:26. Fastest than anybody else here on the track through 3 and 4. So he's got a good rotation there as he shoots on through in the Budweiser machine. And he now sits in a comfortable 13th position. But a long way to go here for Bill Gentry.
Yeah, these guys are looking good. Once again, nice, clean racing. And no problem with a shuffle up, a little trading paints. But, yeah, beautiful execution.
Well, let's take a look at the execution here at Tyler Mollett. We've already seen him contact the wall once, and boy, that safer barrier wall tries to come up and bite you. Kevin Thompson trying to cut the track a little bit. Drop down to the bottom to remain competitive. Snugs up alongside Mollett. Kevin Thompson back down to the bottom here as Samia continues to lead all 13 laps of this race. Jonathan Jennings sits 2nd, and Hunter Simpson has moved up 1 position to hang out in 3rd. Right now, Jonathan Smith gaining 5 here tonight. Not too bad. He already started in the top 10, but he's feeling pretty comfortable in the 99 machine in the top 5. So, man, I got to admit, when the cars start thinning out in the front, you start getting kind of excited. You can say, hey, man, I might be able to do this. I might be able to hang with these guys, and Jonathan Smith is doing just that.
Yes, he is hanging well. Yeah, I like personally having a little space if the draft is not crucial. I'd rather have some space between me and the guys in front. Give me some room to dodge.
Yep. Well, speaking of dodging right now, it looks like Justin McMahon is catching up to Chris Leftwich, who was so fast here during the race. His fall off, not bad. Only 2/10 from his fastest lap of the night. 30.61 for Chris Leftwich, just ran a 30.86. So he is about 2/10 faster than the two drivers in front of him, Mike and Nicholas Atwood. Excuse me, Mike Leftwich and Nicholas Atwood. No relation there as they keep on going here. But right now, still, it looks like everything kind of settling down a little bit. Everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's here. But I think Nicholas Atwood might be taking a peek here on Mike Leftwich, trying to see if he can slide in and get him another position.
Yeah, might be. Show us the speed if you can. You say everybody's settling down, but I'm figuring, yeah, nobody settles down at 170 miles an hour.
No. Top speed for most drivers, Jennings being one of them at 192, 193 for Bonomo. But taking a look back underneath is Nicholas Atwood here, trying to take another shot at the 60. Much more aggressive line that Atwood's taking down onto the bottom. And he's trying to see if he can get underneath. Does not, as the turn exit speed of Mike Leftwich is just too strong for the Chevrolet of Nicholas Atwood. But he takes another peek once again here as he shoots underneath. Mike Leftwich still has a fender on him. So turn output speed for the outside line is going to continue on, but you'll see Nicholas Atwood drop to the bottom again, see if he can make another pass. And I give it to Atwood here for holding out. You know, he really wants to secure that position, and he does.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Can we find, there should be some fellas out here tonight with a little bit of additions to their paint job for our sponsor.
Yeah, 100%, and I know exactly which one you're talking about. I would like to take a quick little look here at Daniel Wilkinson as he just barely makes it past Nicholas Atwood here. Real quick, talk to me a little bit about the Looney Foundation.
Well, tonight's race is being brought to you in order to raise awareness of the Adam Looney Foundation. It's a non-profit organization that provides financial assistance to those kids who can't play organized sports due to the costs of fees, equipment, etc. Adam Looney was a high school soccer coach prior to his passing. It was Adam's dream to help these kids, so this foundation is going to keep that dream alive. Consider going to the website adamlooneyfoundation.org to learn more, and we should have that down in the bio also.
Yeah, we will. We'll go ahead and get that tacked on there here in just a moment. Right now, Daniel Wilkerson up to 7th position. Still top 5 are riddled with Chevrolets, but are being broken apart by Andrew St. Coeur and Kevin Thompson's Fords. And Stella, I know some people kind of lean on the low, on different car manufacturers, but look at the Chevrolets in the top 12. No Toyota in sight until you reach back to Gary Armillo, who sits 13th.
Chevrolets have pretty good record here. The first 2 races were won by a Chevrolet. Have any idea who might have been driving it?
Absolutely not. I'm hoping you're not going to tell me Gordon's one of them.
Jeff Gordon actually won back-to-back in 2001, 2002, and came back and did it again in 14.
Ha! Yes, huh? I'm getting edumacated.
Well, that night I tend to show my hand when it comes to Jeff.
Yeah, sometimes. Definitely Jeff Gordon being one of the all-time greats out there as Jennings has taken the lead. Remember, Samia has dropped off. Jennings moves on through. Simpson, now he slides into second and continuing on through. Also, Hunter Simpson, another one out there with a new paint scheme. We were used to seeing him in a white and red car. And Jennings out there with the same paint scheme, so not too shabby. And I like what I'm seeing here out of the Elite Southern Motorsports team chipping in, changing the paint schemes here tonight for our sponsor.
Yeah, good cause, good project.
All right, let's rotate on back where I see Bill Gentry. Looks like he's overtaken Jonathan Smith. Remember we talked about Smith being so much faster, breaking into the top 5. Right now has fallen actually out of the top 10. Smith falling way off pace here, and he has been in trouble as of late. Past couple laps, he's unable to recover. dropping way, way back. I don't know if he had some contact with the wall. Ooh, is Gentry. Made some contact there with Clune. Clune, once again, he's starting to feel like a pinball. Guys starting to bang him up here so far, and still we got less than 100 laps left to go. Clune's got to be wondering what's wrong with his car, or if he's, marked up to be hit tonight.
I was going to say, it's when you have to say, does the license plate on the front of my car say, please cut me off?
Yep. Keep on going through here. Andrew St. Cour now in the second. I think we may have a battle for the lead here in just a moment. We're taking a look out there. Sean Thompson saying it only takes one Ford. As we about to see one Ford go for the lead here, down onto the bottom. Andrew St. Cour going for it here. I love seeing what I'm seeing. Let's see. Oh, my. Man, he's getting close. Right now, Andrew St. Cour taking a good angle here, heading into 3. Damn, man, look at the speed out of the number 12 here. Jonathan Jennings looks like he might just give it up as St. Cour rotates up in front, and the switch over. Jonathan Jennings makes the slide to the bottom. And Jennings looking like he's hitting the afterburner here as he kicks it into high gear and moves right back into the lead. But St. Cour taking one out of his book as you see the 12 machine sliding around as he finally gets the breakaway. And Stella, right now we are seeing some driving out of these guys as they are getting around this track. You see the front end drifting, you see the rear end starting to step out on these guys, and yet they maintain, and we are looking at St. Cour breaking almost to a half-second lead here already in front of Jennings.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, that put good old kindergarten leapfrog to shame. But take a look at Hunter Simpson. He's creeping up behind Jennings as well.
Yeah, Simpson thinking about going up there. Kevin Thompson, he's actually peeking around, so Simpson might have a battle of his own going on here in just a moment as we take a look at Kevin Thompson breaking down toward the bottom here on lap 27 as we head into 28. Kevin Thompson looking for third, trying to see if he can get himself locked in for a podium position. But Stella, we've seen so many times that races undo themselves, come back and switch up, and there's no guarantee any of these guys here in the top 3 are going to finish in the top 3. But Kevin Thompson's trying to make it known that he wants that position. Hunter Simpson getting close to the wall, almost scrapes it there, but he just gets so close and misses it. Thompson still under fire here as it looks like Hunter Simpson's fender is still on the corner. And clear.
Sure.
Woo! Yeah, Hunter Simpson trying to see if he can use a little bit of that draft, noticing that dirty air is tightening up his race car, and he doesn't like it. So he's going to stay to the outside where Jonathan Jennings is, where they're up there scraping the marbles up just a little bit as they slide on through. But you definitely see the two different car setups here. Is Twisted Axle riding down closer to the bottom, and we're seeing the Elite Southern Motorsports team up there around the fence. So definitely interesting lines that each one of these drivers are taking here as they round around to get lap 30 started. Stella, what a wild race has been so far.
Yeah, this is pretty neat. Normally you see guys, they're either everybody's kind of toward the bottom or everybody's at the top. But you're right as far as them really picking a one or the other situation.
Yep. Great angles here by our cameraman. Right now we're taking a look at Andrew St. Cour is still in the lead by half a second. Jonathan Jennings sits, Andrew St. Cour in first. Jonathan Jennings is sitting second, and Kevin Thompson rounding out our top 3. Finishing off the top 10 will be Hunter Simpson, Nicholas Atwood, Mike Samia, who was on the pole here tonight, drops down to 6, not losing as many positions as some of these drivers out there, which unfortunately Tyler Millette might hold that one down 12 positions to 18th. Daniel Wilkerson sits in that 7th position. Gaining 12 will be Justin McMahon. Mike Leftwich sitting 9th, and gaining the most positions here tonight is Chris Leftwich, but that was just undone by Gary Clune, who just slid underneath of him. Do want to give a nice little shout out to Rogue Energy, and they are designed to be the ultimate energy drink. 0 sugar, 0 fillers, and 5 calories, packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics. Look that up, guys. They've got that stuff at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, and more effective energy drink. You click on the link in the description. Don't forget to use Doghouse. That'll go ahead and knock off 10%. And I gotta tell you, 10% nowadays in this economy, it's a little something that goes a long way. Speaking of a long way, is Chris Leftwich came from dead last, sitting 11th, We see him trying to see if he can slide around Bill Gentry. Gentry trying to go back up and battle him for that same exact position. Gentry now having to follow behind the Shoney's machine as he tries to run down Gary Clune once again. So turning on the afterburners once again for Chris Leftwich. I'm impressed to see what this Shoney's racing team has to put on for us here tonight.
Yeah, they are looking tight, looking very, very tight.
Yep, already Jennings and Thompson here in the front. I will rotate back up to the front because a battle for second place is underway. Moving on through, I did want to give a shout out there to the Shoney's racing team starting on the pole here tonight. And right now, all of them are sitting, as Chris Leftwich is still trying to run down Clune. Almost all of them are sitting here in the top 10. But continuing on through, Jennings now dropping back down to third. And Kevin Thompson now sits second. Andrew St. Cour running away with this one. Welcome back, Andrew St. Cour in the number 12 Ford. Advanced Auto Parts ain't working on it, but beast mode is for Andrew St. Cour. So continue on as he rolls on through this one here. Let's see if we can find a Toyota out there where Christopher Simon is. Looks like he might be trying to chase down the 99 here of Jonathan Smith. Smith still rolling back here, 13th. And he might be sitting 14th here in just a moment, as Simon is one of the only drivers out here to shift any positions. Hunter Simpson started 4th, sitting 4th. Wilkerson started 8th, sitting 8th. And now Christopher Simon finally breaking the cycle here as he slides on around Jonathan Smith. And I believe Smith is thinking about coming down pit road, but he is all over the place. He better be careful.
Nah, he's got it. He's got it under control.
Yep, down pit road. He's working his way on down. Guess he's thrown in the towel and decided to pit. Right now, a driver who has been down pit for quite a while, the number 50 White Castle of Michael Dow. We're looking at about 5 minutes down pit for him. I don't see where any wrecks have happened, and I don't think I see any car damage out there. Taking a look real quick here at Michael Dow. That car seems to be in great shape. I'm not quite sure what has gotten a hold of him here, but we'll keep an eye on him as he goes a few laps down. Leclerc is down a lap as well. It seems he's having some trouble out here on the track. The number 17 machine just seems to be out of sorts. Right now, he's about 5 to 8 miles an hour off of everybody else out here. So we'll see if the Canadian can battle back to get back onto the lead lap. I'm sure a well-timed caution might be able to sling him back to that position that he needs so dearly. Andrew St. Cour, Kevin Thompson, Jonathan Jennings are our top 3. Stella, this is a solid race here so far. 38 laps of green flag racing, and we are seeing guys shifting all over the place as McMahon continues his charge. 15 positions here. His Chevrolet moves into the top 5.
Yeah, they're shifting all over positions, at least up and down. It's when they start shifting that side-to-side thing that we get in the caution. But looking at Andrew St. Cour, over a second in front of Thompson, all it is going to take is one yellow flag, and everything will get mixed up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can guarantee you guys are going to come down for that fuel pit stop as we about reach the 1/3 mark here of this race. They've got enough tires here to kind of consider throwing them on here pretty soon, as Chris Leftwich is thinking about doing just that. Pit road for the 13 machine. On down he comes. St. Cour still remains out front, but St. Cour normally builds most of his race cars for long run speed, as it looks like he sets... Ooh, who is that? That's not Bonomo, is it? I see it looked like Andrew St. Cour was putting a car a lap down here as he's continuing his roll on through. Yeah, it's Jonathan Smith. There we go. That's who's ended up behind him here. As we take a look at the number 12, rotating back on through. We'll see if Jonathan Smith can pick up the pace here. Smith did come down and pit back on lap 35. And let's check on Nicholas Atwood as well. I want to see oh my gosh. Boy, Mike Samia wheeling this one. Right now he's trying to figure out.
That's okay. Didn't hit the cone.
Yeah, and no caution because he's off the racing surface. So he continues down pit road and not really kind of flip-flopping it here. Seeing that he ended up qualifying out there on the pole. And I think that would be the only thing is he's out there. He qualified top spot. And he is trying desperately to stay in the top 10. Leaders coming down. Here we go. Looks like McMahon stays out. St. Cour, Thompson, Wilkerson, Leftwich, Gary Clune coming down. And looks like Jonathan Jennings did come down on lap 40. He's going to be working his way out of pit. Everybody else is kind of seeing that as the red flag to them to get them back in. But no stoppage on the track for that red flag as McMahon is going to continue on through. Two drivers who have yet to pit. Justin McMahon, and right now I believe Richard Leclerc. I see a minute 45 down pit lane, but I don't know if he had taken any tires. I've got no pit stall time out of him, so let's keep it on through and figure out if there's any time of what's going on out here. McMahon trying to see if he can hurry up and get down pit road, get in and out of the box here and roll on through. St. Cour still in the lead for the moment, as he'll be the next one as he can get around Justin McMahon. Richard Leclerc, oh, come on. He's trying to see if he can get it on going here right now. Remember, Leclerc, it was a lap down. He's still hanging out there. Plenty of tires.
Jennings is reeling him in.
Yeah, right now we're taking a look. Jennings is starting to pick up the pace here. Right now, full speed for Jennings, 193 miles an hour and rolling on through. So far, St. Cour's hit 188 and still not able to get up any speed. Right now, here comes Jennings. And Jennings trying to make up some solid time here. I do have to say something, Stella. Andrew St. Cour was half a second faster in his pit box.
That's not much.
Yeah, 14.8 seconds for Andrew St. Cour, 15.33 for Jennings. But that half second has allowed a good sizable gap here for Jennings to catch up to him. So that is going to allow plenty of space for St. Cour to get pulled away here. Right now it looks like Kevin Thompson will be sitting third, and Hunter Simpson still remains in that fourth position. Now our points leader having some trouble here tonight to see if he can get caught up or end up with a podium position tonight. Stella, you were up there, joined them for a little bit. Has he changed any part of his strategy here tonight? Is he following along with his teammates, or is he doing his own thing?
I'm afraid when I was up there, that was not what was being discussed.
All right, well, I won't ask any other questions than that. Hunter Simpson still in that fourth position. McMahon continuing his charge. He got to lead a lap, so he's able to knock down 5 more bonus points as he continues on through. Looks like Daniel Wilkerson, the closest driver to him, as McMahon has got to make up almost 8 seconds here to find Hunter Simpson way in front of him. But we know, Stella, from the outside, there are no cautions normally in this league. So anybody kind of looking for a mulligan here to reach back up and grab a driver that has gotten away is few and far between.
Well, yeah, cross your fingers and hope. But yeah, notice we have K-Doggy out here. He and Kevin Powell are mixing it up.
Oh yeah, well, I believe that is Kevin Brown as we take a look at Hunter Simpson getting the hold, as he may be tuned into the broadcast. Heard me talking some trash about him here. He slings into third, goes ahead and puts Kevin Thompson way behind him. But Thompson, he did come down for 4 tires and fuel. I don't see anybody on the track that decided to do anything different. Right now, the 13 machine of Chris Leftwich has taken it back to the garage, starting dead last and then coming out, passing all those drivers, and then out he goes.
Being in the top 10, and then, yeah, well, goodness.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's going to be able to figure out what's going on here. Moving on back through. Kevin Thompson actually looks like he's a little bit slower out there, not really picking up any kind of speed. 31.08 is what kind of time Kevin Thompson is running here, and he is losing ground to Hunter Simpson.
Well, who also is losing ground is Andrew St. Cour.
Yes.
Take a look that he's down almost a half a second in front of Jennings is all.
Yes, but now is Jennings starting to burn up those tires trying to catch up? That may be, yeah, like I said, this track is going to be a huge question. I do want to see where Gary Armijo is. Armijo might be under fire by Mike Samia, and we take a look. Michael Samia is the driver who was spinning out heading into pit. And I've got to say, you know, that is not what he's going to be wanting to be remembered by, as he's going to try to see if he can sling around Gary Armijo in the number 7. But Stella, I'm showing some trouble out there on the track back on lap 38, 39, and 40. I do want to take a quick peek and see what happened to Chris Leftwich out here and see if something happened.
Oh, my heavens. Well, that's okay. I
Yeah,
wonder if he
except
ended up with a black flag because he didn't go through the cones. He went
yes.
around them.
Yep, that's exactly what would have happened. So 39. And I think this is probably where he checks out. Because he was black flag for entering pit improper. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at that battle for the lead now as we catch on up. Back real time here. Andrew St. Cour on the bottom. And interesting enough, remember Jennings only pit 1 lap prior, half second faster. Was St. Cour in the box, but it looks like St. Cour's got a mirror full, that 91. Jonathan Jennings taking another sneak peek here, but boy, he looks like he's coming on strong outside line. Jennings will have the lead here in just a moment. Boy, Stella, did it look like he scrubbed the wall there?
Oh, I don't know. I was holding my breath.
Wow.
Oh, my heavens, that was close.
Yeah, well, right now, Jennings trying to keep it off the wall as he slings on around. New leader, or back in the lead for Jonathan Jennings. Andrew St. Cour will be playing chase. But St. Cour not one to give up here. Back down on the bottom. Seeing if they can hold on. We'll rotate back to McMahon and Wilkerson if they get any closer out there on the track. Trying to see if they can get a little something going. I think St. Cour, yeah, St. Cour may have to think about rotating to the top of the track if he doesn't take care of his tires. He's got to be super careful here. Wilkerson trying to run in McMahon. Remember, McMahon has gained 15 positions here on the night. Hard Charger, he will be named. And right now, he is doing awesome.
Yeah, these guys are such good racers. Just love to watch, you know, the strategies, watch the talent, I guess. I think some of them say, "Oh, I ran out of talent on on lap 75." I've always found that to be a very amusing term. But these guys for tonight, doesn't look like anybody's out of talent here.
Not yet. As the only follies we've had is Chris Leftwich and both Mike Samia sliding into pit. Just once those tires start melting down, there's nothing left to break. Nicholas Atwood actually starting to pick up a good bit of speed here late into this after that pit stop there. The 19 machine actually was gaining there on Daniel Wilkerson, but I think Wilkerson said he's a little too big in the rear view and is starting to now pull away from him. St. Cour still holding Jennings to a 2/10 gap here, as it doesn't look like St. Cour's putting him under fire at all as we rotate on through. Stella, this is a awesome race here so far. I would almost say some fans enjoy watching the races where guys are bunched up. And, you know, and I like seeing that side-by-side racing. I know, super speedway driving, guys side-by-side, you know, you like the fear of danger. Something is really bad is going to happen. But it's also exciting to see a race like this. And what we're watching here is a lot of pit strategy. Nicholas Atwood hitting the wall. And we've also got, you know, McMahon, Wilkerson, and you know, trying to stay away from that hard-running number 19 here. So that's looking pretty good here so far. But let's go up for the battle for the lead yet again. St. Cour was only about 60 thousandths of a second off of him there and has to drop back. St. Cour back down to the bottom as Jennings is trying to see if, wondering if are his tires burned up here, trying to run him down. Is St. Cour's plan coming into play where he allowed him to catch him, and St. Cour's going to pull off the exact way we saw before the last pit stop. Remember how far he was leading by the last time, and we're going to have to see how this goes on through. Right now, K-Doggy out there saying this is honestly the best league he's ever been a part of. Yes, this is a very well-managed one. Things are put in check. They have kind of a code of arms, you know, they a code of conduct the guys do, that pieces you don't cross, and that's exactly what you want to see out of a league like this. Andrew St. Cour down on the bottom. Still here as Jonathan Jennings stays on top. But who comes into play here in the front? This might be a kind of a little switch up here, as we're about to run into some lap traffic. Does St. Cour try to pinch him here and hold him up? Yeah, right now the 32
Especially-
of Michael Giberson looks like he is out
Yep.
there. Toy Story machine.
He's
Looks like,
riding high. Might as well put Jennings behind him and take that advantage.
yeah, St. Croix, you almost saw he almost let off the gas to hold on to the 32 and get Jennings out of shape here. Jennings sliding up the track and now shifting back down toward the bottom again. Right now, the battle for the lead. I know we want to shuffle through the rest of the field and see these other guys race, but right now it's St. Croix and Jennings' turn as these guys have been sliding back and forth, working each other over here tonight. As we enter the past the halfway point, Stella, this is a wild race. This is just mind-blowing right now of the kind of driving skill we see out there on the track.
Oh yeah, and Timmy Ray's out here watching, and from his race trailer, mind you. I think he's also trying to recruit to see if we can get some people on dirt.
Yeah.
So not tonight, there, not tonight.
Yeah, well, if Farron is fast, yeah, I guarantee you Michael Farron would like to yank him over on the simulator, and he'll show him fast, because I've never seen a driver out there, especially when he's setting world records on the iRacing circuits out there for his dirt racing. So Michael Farron will be out there, and hopefully we will see a lot more of him in that black and purple machine that he loves driving so very, very much. But right now, somebody who's driving a whole lot harder than I expected is Mike Samia, trying to return back to the top 5. Gary Clune will be the next one he wants to chop off here. And Samia having a hard time because right now it looks like Gary Clune is trying to be a Ryan Newman here and blocking every which way that number 3 is trying to go.
I don't know where I'm thinking Ryan Newman for some reason. I just did not go race car, and I'm thinking Newman from down the hall of
Seinfeld.
That's Seinfeld.
Come on,
I'm
Jesus.
so sorry. I'm thinking, is he trying to get wider?
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Oh, we might have. Look at this.
Lord, I apologize.
Holy cow, we had some trouble there. Mike Samia makes contact with Gary Clune, but not on his own. Clune into the wall, ricochets off, catches Mike Samia. Samia straightens him back out, and the two of them back, continuing on. Holy cow. Let me see if I can take a look back at this drone footage here of this FanDuel machine. Oh, yeah, that's a great angle. Come on. There you go. Come on, drone. Pan over. There we go. Well, it looks like Clune may survive here. Looks like no trouble so far. No bends out of the hood for him. But now Clune is going to be falling way back. I got to admit, these cars are built like bricks. And it doesn't look like anybody's having any trouble out there on the track as they roll this through for lap 66. Andrew St. Croix enjoying his lead here so far. By 1 second gap is what he's putting on Jennings. Stella, we're taking a look at this race from the outside, and drivers have got to start thinking here. And St. Croix and Jennings right now for the race win. How does it work out? As St. Croix was quick in pit, breaks out, gets the pull away. Jennings reels him in and passes him. And then St. Croix comes back, passes him, and now is put in the distance. So, can Jennings hold out long enough to keep St. Croix behind him to win the race here tonight, to go back for back?
Well, he's got to do something to past him first. I don't know what kind of mojo they can drum up in the pits, because I think they have to go back in one more time, don't they?
Oh, yes, at least one more time, as all the drivers came down back on lap 40, where if they keep on that cycle, lap 80 to 84 will be the next time that they come in. So about another 12 laps left to go. St. Croix will have an idea of what he wants to do, what adjustments need to be made to the race car. Where Andrew St. Croix is coming out on top here is the exit of 4 is when he's putting the distance on. So he is much, much faster out there through turn 3 and 4 than Jonathan Jennings is, which is allowing him to reach out to a 1.3 second lead. Let's see how Wilkerson's doing, as it looks like Nicholas Atwood has gotten around him. Atwood now up to 6th. Not too bad here. out of Nicholas Atwood, the number 19 Chevrolet that is right in front of our 78. We're keeping an eye here on the 78 machine. Let's see if we can take a ride along with him here. Wait, oops, it sounds like he's pedaling.
Is that a Fred Flintstone reference?
No, you just see him, he's letting off the gas.
Also holding the fourth gear.
Yes. Interesting to see here out of Daniel Wilkes. See if we can find another driver right now. Let's try Hunter Simpson and see what his difference is here. Yeah, definitely be able to file his nails along the side of it there as they continue on through. Right now, Simpson is still sitting in third. Right now, Kevin Thompson might be thinking about reaching up and getting them again. McMahon, he's been on a roll, still up 15 positions as this thing almost kind of comes to a stall out. Atwood under fire by Wilkerson. Wilkerson down on the bottom. Wilkerson getting tired of getting caught behind that 19. He gets into sixth. Yeah, not too bad here. The only pass here that we may see anytime soon as these two guys are kind of everybody pretty spread out here.
Really are. Looking at the times, I mean, 2, 3, 4 seconds apart. They're having a parade.
Yeah. Yeah, well, definitely. Think about squishing it together. I know a little racy would be interesting. One way, if drivers want to see them clump together, is these guys consider stages next year. The same way they do in NASCAR, kind of stop everybody, fuel up, and go again. It kind of loses its watchability, I would say, seeing that somebody who's been doing so well get punished. I mean, St. Cour, 2.5 second lead.
Yeah,
he is.
I wouldn't want to lose that just because I made a lap. Get to a certain lap length. Now, if there's a caution, you cannot help that. But
long run speed, though, right now, Andrew St. Cour has it. This thing starts going green, white. I think green, white checkers at the end. I think Jennings may have it just on the restart possibilities and being able to pull away in a short amount of time.
take a look at Thompson there. He's got some pretty killer time, too.
Yes. Right now, matching Hunter Simpson on that last lap here. Thompson's got a long way to go to see if he can catch up. Right now, he's got to make up another second. But remember, normally Thompson and St. Cour are the ones still on the same pit strategy and different car. It's kind of the same car setup here. Rotating back, Tyler Millette all by his lonesome, sitting in 11th here. He's hoping to kind of bounce back. Duke Davis. Yeah, we've seen this 85 machine before, trying to rock on through, trying to keep it on going as he remains in 13th. Fortunately, he is not on the lead lap. Unfortunately, not on the lead lap is Bill Gentry, trying to hold on to it here. Gentry in some danger as we're seeing St. Cour reel him in.
Have been running so clean for so long. That is one aspect of jeopardy. Is we only have 12 drivers. Pretty soon, maybe 11 drivers on the lead lap.
Yep. Eddie Rivers working his way down pit. We're taking a little look here with Bill Gentry. Gentry trying to see if he can hold it off here. Right now, he is working his way around Mike Leftwich, but that is St. Cour exiting 4. This is our last driver here on the lead lap. Trying to stay out front here. Man, you hate to see it. You hate to see it when you get rolling on through here, and then you look back. St. Cour out in front by 3.3 seconds. Now, we try not to put a whole lot of spotlight on our leaders out there, but he has really been on a tear here in the last few laps, putting the distance on. Let's figure out how Clune's doing out here. All right, now Gary Clune sitting 8th. Samia, I think, was taking a peek for that spot. Samia trying to figure out how to make up another 3/4 of a second here, getting in a good area. But
Yeah, I
Stella,
thought,
we're reaching almost lap 80. Pit stops are about to be a thing, and right now Samia's
there you
very, very easy on the brakes this time as he's working his way down pit.
go. Yeah, there we go. 45 miles an hour is tough to come down to in such a short span from 180, 90. But looks like he did it great.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Right now I see Samia hitting about a 55 mark. They may have changed the speed out there down pit road for that 55 mark, but continuing on through. Stella, how about a little bit of Kansas trivia?
Kansas trivia. How about the fact that this particular racetrack was designed by the same firm who did Chicagoland? And then it was built by NASCAR. Unlike most of the other racetracks owned by NASCAR, they just purchased and established one. This was actually built by them.
Huh.
And that's all she wrote.
Interesting. But Chicagoland's shut down, and I think Iowa's in threat of being shut down because of Kansas.
It's weird.
What the heck is going on?
I don't know. They shuffle it up. They bring back one from the 50s. They shut down one from the 90s. I have no clue. Ooh, Thompson looks like he's staying out.
Yes, he is, deciding to go ahead and take it another lap around as St. Coeur works his way down. Jennings is out of pit. He's already back onto the track, so it looks like time for the Fords to work their way down pit. Thompson did pit back on lap 41, so he's trying to stretch it out just a little farther than the rest of the guys. Stella, if this thing stays green, you think St. Coeur's got enough? Thompson.
He's got it. He's got it.
All right, let's see.
He just had to get his adrenaline up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Tyler Millette is considering to stay out there and get a lead lap. Doesn't look like it by the way he's entering turn 3 here. I think he's going to work his way down pit. Duke Davis.
Oh, he's not. He's spun. Oh, jeepers creepers.
Wow.
Okay. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's them saying full send it here. They're trying to give it as much speed as absolutely possible.
Yeah, but he was like sideways.
I would love to know what in the world drugs Andrew St. Coeur's pit team is on. 15 seconds flat for St. Coeur. Jennings with a 15.2. And oddly enough, Kevin Thompson sitting second here for just a moment as Jennings working his way around. St. Coeur trying to get up to speed, and he's got to be quick.
So, in other words, good drugs, not bad drugs.
Well, definitely is not the Denny Hamlin team.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, St. Coeur is able to have almost a 3-second lead out here in front, but we've seen Jennings reel him in.
We have.
Already once here, so I'm sure he'll be able to touch him again. But how does he save enough tire to get him in the long run?
I do not know, because it's going to be very, very close. If they're looking, I think they're going to finish on fumes if they don't clutch it or go down low or whatever it is, or have a caution lap or two.
Yeah. Well, right now, the conversation with crew chiefs right now is going to be if there's a caution, there's got to be a happy spot. I would say with probably 30 to go. If I were St. Coeur, Jennings, Hunter Simpson, Kevin Thompson, you come back down and throw another set of tires on.
It's worth being kicked back to 11th or 12th.
Right, and being out there on the freshies and going for it. You'll be about a second faster than the rest of the field. But if you're down there with 12 to go, I can't say that's enough time.
Yeah.
To try to slice through the field.
Even at a second a lap faster, you'd need, at least 12 laps, and that's not saying there isn't a hold up, getting caught with somebody else, and I understand that makes perfect sense.
Yep, so that's kind of that happy spot. Right now, Christopher Simon in a pretty happy spot, gaining 4 positions here on the night. Sitting in 10th, and as he rounds it out for the top 10, he's the only Toyota to make it there. So far, so good. It looks like it's going to be about another 3 3/4 of a second before Tyler Millette can reach up and touch him. But it's going to be a long way as everybody, we are going ahead and starting lap 87 here. We're going to cut to commercial. We'll be right back. Rogue Energy is designed to be the ultimate energy drink. 0 sugar, 0 fillers, 5 calories, packed with essential vitamins and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics at optimal levels. Make the switch to a better tasting, better mixing, and more effective energy drink. With flavors like pink lemonade, fruit punch, and grape popsicle, there's something for everyone. Click a link on the description to find out more information. The Doghouse Cup Series is proud to be sponsored by Shoney's. Shoney's is today's all-American kitchen. Open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Shoney's guests can count on quality, delicious food along with warm, friendly service. Stop by one of our West Virginia locations to try their freshly prepared, legendary breakfast bar. And, of course, you guys know, don't forget to take home a whole strawberry pie. Shoney's, delicious food and friendly service since 1947. "90 laps completed here at Kansas. Definitely a wild race we've seen here so far. Andrew St. Cour breaking out in front of Jonathan Jennings to almost 3 seconds, cut down to half of that now as Jennings now turning it on to catch up. But boy, he's got a lot of work to do once he gets past St. Cour, because St. Cour has been waiting for him to go to burn his tires up, catch him, and pass him. We're taking a look at Clune and Christopher Simon, and right now we've seen a lot of Clune here tonight. Contact with the wall, contact with drivers, and definitely having some trouble out there on the track. But even with all that trouble, Gary Clune has still gained 7 positions tonight in that number 11 Ford, and he is still making it happen as he now passes right now Mike Samia, which now secures 8th position for him. Samia having nothing but trouble out of his race car here tonight. Definitely had the hot lap of the night as our pole sitter drops down to 10th. Christopher Simon is now moving himself into 9th. Right now, Samia, I guarantee you right now, is really wishing a caution would come out to 4 tires and fuel just enough to make it to the end. And I guarantee you we'll see Samia back in the lead.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, don't tune into his radio right now, because he is probably telling his car a few choice words.
Yeah, right now I'm sure his crew chief probably has his headset down around his neck here for just a moment as they try to go back to the drawing board and figure out what happened differently than the rest of the race. How were we so fast during qualifying, and how are we falling off now? Jennings actually losing time now, down to 2 seconds. It looks like St. Cour might be trying to stretch it out again. Let's keep an eye. I want to check on Wilkerson here. Wilkerson now taking a look. Oh, man. Right now, as Atwood is trying to get close, right now about 0.4 of a second off. Wilkerson and Atwood have been side by side most of this night here, as these two have been battling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but not looking too bad. Simon, 9th place, now starting to reel in Clune, and it looks like Clune might have a little bit of trouble and something to deal with, as it looks like right now Christopher Simon taking a peek. Riding alongside, looks like the quarter panel here. And Simon might be thinking about sneaking around here.
I don't think there's any sneaking going on. He's making it pretty clear out in the
25 laps left to go in this race. Not looking too bad here so far for Gary Clune. Simon is all over him now. Really, we got to keep an eye and see what happens. Passing some lap traffic down on the bottom for Richard Leclerc. He ends up going another lap down here, which is unfortunate. Stephen Bonomo. These guys are slicing through right now. Right now, a whole lot of lap traffic as they sling past the start finish line still. This is looking pretty good here right now for most of the drivers, as it looks like no trouble out on the track. Guys aren't really having a whole lot of battles out there. Everybody kind of sitting back, but man, we've seen a lot of paint get spread on that wall between turn 2 and the straightaway.
Yeah, but it's no Darlington. I mean, when you get a nickname, you know, the Darlington Stripes, there's a good reason for it.
Alrighty, Timmy Ray out there. Timmy, let me know if that is confirmed 70. That would definitely be something to see. I would definitely be much appreciated if that many people are watching this race here at the Doghouse Racing League at Kansas Speedway. What a great race this has become so far. Right now, Jennings still holding a 2-second lead. Stella, we are seeing this race slowly coming to an end. But do guys have to pit? Will there be a caution? I probably say no. I think we're running this thing to the end.
Yeah, unless there's, you know, a good kerfuffle, I don't see it either.
Kerfuffle, there we go. I knew you were going to figure out a wedge it in there somewhere. And right now, Kansas Speedway being one heck of a track to be at here tonight. This 1.5 miles has been nothing but trouble for a lot of guys and their tires here so far. I'm interested to see if this can go the distance and what were the options and what were guys thinking. How did they get to the spot here tonight and end up doing such a fantastic job running around with each other and not causing any trouble? So let's get back to Gary Clune, where Simon is still following along as they floss around the number 14 of Mark Dumont. As Dumont is already down a lap here so far. Simon, inside line, 27 Machinist Shoney's seeing if he can get there. Let's see if Uber Eats, if he's got the Uber Eats power. Right now, sliding underneath. Simon, Toyota, get it going here. He's got the line. Clune holding toward the top here. Not too bad as we get a more of a spotter tower view here as these guys fire into one. Right now, Simon unable to hold on. Simon might have to tuck back in. He doesn't, though. He opts for the clean air. Down onto the bottom. Interesting to see Simon not snug up as close to the 11 to hold him up close to the wall. Simon may pay for that. Clune down onto the bottom as they look to floss around the 15. 15 of Eddie Rivers, not happy about the lap positions down. He's gone. And now that allows Clune to sit 9th because Christopher Simon has taken 8th away from him.
Yeah, very, very surprised that he didn't kind of use a block with Rivers there and pinch Clune up high where he could get some real space. But after he passed him here, he's making his own real space.
Yep, Clune wanting to fight back and come for that position. He's not going to get it easy. Simon's been waiting for that one. Trying to see if he can find it. No can do. We'll keep an eye out there on the Daniel Wilkerson, Nicholas Atwood fight out there. It's only separated by 0.3 of a second. Hunter Simpson starting to lose a lot of ground here to Jonathan Jennings. About 0.7 off of him. All right, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah.
Boy, what am I looking at?
I was going to say, Simpson's like 3 seconds off of Jennings.
Wow. That's something there. Take a look out there.
Yeah, St. Clair's running a clinic, as you like to say, on Kansas tonight.
Yeah, he's making it happen. And a heck of a job to actually come back after being out for, the beginning part of this season. And then come back and kind of stick, kind of put a win in, in that column to take this race away. I mean, what an excellent job here to get this one going. Atwood getting around Daniel Wilkerson here up to 6th. Wilkerson hanging on the top line. And remember, we kind of rode with Wilkerson there for a while as he kind of pedals the car a little bit to get it around the track. We might take a ride with Andrew St. Clair or Jonathan Smith out there. Yeah, we'll take a ride with Jonathan Smith. I do want to know what he's doing out there to see kind of how he's maintaining here right now for 14th position, down 5 on the night. But I want to see what the difference is here. 5th gear. That's another thing to really point out.
I don't see him fighting the wheel. He's using those RPMs, boy. Even in 5th.
Yeah. snap over to Andrew St. Cour. Fifth gear for him, so he's trying to definitely pedal this one to make sure he's got enough fuel to make it to the end. Battling lap traffic, though.
And this is where Jennings catches up to him, because he's got to slow down to get around all these lap cars. And Jonathan knows how to use that to his advantage.
Yeah, much higher RPMs in fifth gear here for Andrew St. Cour. So he decides to opt for the higher gear and change the gearing in the back of the differential to get the RPMs rotating on through. Wow. Let's see if we can find Hunter Simpson. Whoop. Simpson had a little bit of a blink there.
Wonder if that might be causing him trouble.
Yeah, might be having some trouble out there, that's for sure. Kevin Thompson trying to see if he can reel him in. Thompson running out of time here with only 13 to go. Might be able to make up 1.3 seconds on him here if he's able to get around. Boy, that was close to the wall. 12 laps left to go as Kevin Thompson now is well in sight here of Hunter Simpson. Moving on through Stella right now. I'm wondering if we should rotate back to Clune if Clune's under fire again here by Christopher Simon. What do you think?
There's a good possibility.
Yeah, right. Let's take a look back at Simon, see if he can get him. Remember, these two have been seesawing back and forth. How in the world?
Yes.
You know, I guess like somebody in traffic, you know, they pass you and then you pass them. And you pass, you know, it just, yeah. Get away!
Does it frustrate you?
Hell, just for 8th position, yeah, that would be pretty annoying. But definitely.
Well, take note that only our top 10 are still on the lead lap in this race, and we have 11 laps to go.
That's a bummer right now. Tyler Mollett, the first one, if there is a caution to get the lucky dog around. Mike Samia trying to hold on to it, 30.28 out front. And he may end up a lap down here in just a moment. Let's see if we take a look back. That should be St. Cour catching him here. Look at that line there on the bottom. All right, Stella, while we got a little bit of a chance in this one starting to wind down, go ahead and tell me a little bit about the Adam Luty Foundation.
Oh, I can do that, because they are tonight's race sponsor. And it's being brought to you in order to raise awareness of the Adam Looney Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that provides financial assistance to those kids who can't play organized sports, perhaps due to the cost of fees and entrance and equipment, etc. So Adam Looney was a high school soccer coach prior to his passing away, and it was his dream to help these kids. So this foundation is going to be, keeping that dream alive for him. You can go to the website, adamlooneyfoundation.org, to learn more.
Yeah. What's the website that these guys can go to?
Oh, just put his full name together, adamlooneyfoundation.org.
Okay. Good. Well, I'll make sure everybody knows how to get there.
Yeah.
Definitely something to be looking at. 7 laps left to go here, which might give you guys an opportunity. Right after the race, I'll make sure I remind you guys here of Rogue Energy. You know they're the ultimate energy drink, but if you don't, you better find out. 0 sugar, 0 fillers, 5 calories packed with essential vitamins, and loaded with brain-enhancing nootropics. And they're given to you at the optimal levels. Use Doghouse for 10% off and make that switch to a better tasting, better mixing, more effective energy drink. You can also find the link at the bottom. Click on the link, use Doghouse, 10% off. That's exactly what you're going to want to do. 6 laps left to go here as we keep this one on rolling. We are keeping an eye here on Daniel Wilkerson, who's sitting 7th. Right now, Nicholas Atwood down on the bottom. Right now, I guarantee you, clean air is a hard thing to find around here. but as spread apart as they are, there may be some issues. Let's see, Daniel Wilkerson taking the outside here as Nicholas Atwood loses a position. Daniel Wilkerson back to 6th. So,
Wow.
So far, so good. Wilkerson qualifying in 8th, might be finishing in 6th, but Atwood may have something to say about it. Only 5 laps left to go here, and let's keep it on going. Kim Johnson out there, appreciate you joining us here tonight. Little late to the draw here, though, but I've got to admit, with only 5 laps left to go here, there's been no shortage of excitement out on the track. Bumping, driving, guys hitting the wall a little bit, guys lead changes, different pit strategies, and this race has it all, Stella.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I love to watch not just lead changes in the front, but place changes all the way through the line. If it's executed well, it's a sight to behold.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely we're going to see something happen with less than 5 laps to go. 5 Flag Speedway is where we will be next week, but only 3 laps to get there. St. Coeur still holding the lead on this one, and I guarantee you that 3.5 seconds is feeling real good right about now, as Jonathan Jennings is trying everything he can to try to reel him in, but has dropped now to 4 seconds. Boy, this almost feels like a poke in the eye, as St. Coeur is now starting to pick up the pace and see if he can pull away. Turn 1, 15.7 seconds compared to Jonathan Jennings with a 16:29. Right now he is
just
turning
the
it on.
one turn.
Yes, now he's up to 14.25. Holy cow, St. Coeur. What in the world? This dude, he's realized he's on the home stretch. He's got it to the floor, and he's just going to keep on going. Almost 4.4 seconds out in front now. Jennings, his tires are done. Right now, those things are going to be in a museum for not falling off here, but St. Coeur's car will be blown into a million bits because they're going to figure out what in the world he's got underneath this thing. White flag is out. Stella, so what happens is the white flag comes out. St. Coeur is only right now a mile away from winning this one. Continuing on through, right now St. Coeur sitting first. Jonathan Jennings working around Tyler Mollett, who's a few laps down. Hunter Simpson now sits third, and you might be lucky enough to talk to Hunter Simpson tonight in the 5 Chevrolet. Kevin Thompson out there for Twisted Axle, trying to see if he can come up for a podium position, but that is not going to do it, as Andrew St. Coeur takes the win here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Excellent job here so far. Miguel 72 out there saying, let's go, son, Christopher Simon. Christopher Simon did nail a 9th place finish here tonight. Right now, remember, these guys are still racing. Checker flag may be away, but this is still a battle up here. Right now, Simon was hoping Atwood might spin out there. And no can do. Simon's going to come in with a 9th place. It's impressive when you got almost half the field down by a lap here. So guys are still going to race to the line.
Our pole sitter is in the top 10 is down 1 lap.
Yeah, that he was. Excellent job here. Right now, Andrew St. Coeur frying them off.
What's left?
Yeah, I know. I'm impressed to see how he's even doing that.
I want to know what their fuel was when they finished.
Yeah, you know, it's as close as absolutely possible. Guys, you know what's next. We're going to send you here to hold on just a moment. We're going to try to reel in all our drivers and have a conversation with him right here at the end for Kansas Speedway for the Adam Looney Foundation 180. Definitely a great race here, and we'll be right back. third place finisher. We've caught up with him. Hunter Simpson, what a roll here it was tonight. Your entire team was super fast here tonight, but talk to me about how you kind of try to hang in there with Kevin Thompson, Justin McMahon, Jonathan Jennings, and Andrew St. Cour there in the top 5.
Yeah, we start off real well on these green runs, and about the middle to end of the run is where twisted axle would really come in. So we try to make adjustments throughout the race to try and improve upon ourselves because we was running the top, and we just tried whatever we could. And I think that we was finally getting somewhere at the end there, but just ran out of laps. And I think we had one more adjustment in the pits, we might have been a little bit closer, but good win to Andrew.
Yeah, well, definitely a way for him to come back. But Hunter, right now, you were, I believe, only about 3 to 4 points ahead of Jonathan Jennings. It's going to be close when this kind of boils down here at the end for the points tally up before we head to Five Flags Speedway. Your consistency is paying off, though, I've got to admit. But how do we kind of set ourselves up for Five Flags Speedway?
Just a lot of practice and just a lot of communication with the team to figure out what kind of setup we can run and what adjustments we could possibly do throughout a race in case something like this happens again.
Yeah, no kidding. These next gens, how hard are they to tune for you guys?
Uh, it's pretty easy for John. Like I've talked about all this season. I'm trying to get there, and I've been working really hard, especially this week. Made 7, 8 versions of a setup, and also probably three more with a different type of setup. But I'm trying to get there, and I think it's starting to pay off a little bit with how close I'm getting to the front.
All righty, man. Excellent job here tonight. We'll see you at Five Flags shout-out time.
I want to thank you guys for the broadcast, all the admins and Daniel. Also, the Adam Looney Foundation.org, great foundation for brother-in-law of Daniel, who unfortunately passed away. And anybody can go and on AdamLooneyFoundation.org and donate for children who want to play sports and they don't have the ability to due to funding or other reasons. So I'm glad to have them on board, and I'd love to continue to run that sponsorship throughout the season. All my teammates for all the work we do. It's a blast to run with them. All my family watching, all my sponsors, Alabama Enterprise, Fusion Auto Sales, Simpson Bros Towing, just everybody really. Thank y'all.
All righty. Appreciate you, Hunter Simpson, and good luck to you, man. We'll see you next week.
10-4, thank you.
All right. That is Hunter Simpson, our third place finisher. Kim Johnson, appreciate you joining this YouTube channel. Timmy Ray should have told you about this so much longer ago. You guys can chat and definitely blow up that chat out there and let me know what you guys think. It's definitely great racing. We've got all sorts of leagues getting ready to consider signing up with us. But right now, I want to make sure we get a hold of Jonathan Jennings here, our second place finisher. Normally don't say that a whole lot, but Jonathan Jennings, man, you were super fast here tonight. But Andrew St. Cour had that long run speed. I agree with your racing line tonight of the high line. Anything you would have changed?
I think I would have started off a little freer. I didn't have it. I was too tight. I didn't get it completely right until that last run. Then it's too late. I don't regret nothing.
Yeah, well, it was definitely something to see. When you were able to reel in Andrew St. Cour, was it tire fall off that we were fighting, or we were kind of talk me through it a little bit here, kind of on the strategy. You guys were fast, but then it was just a little bit of fall off out of the team.
Yeah, we were fast. It was just the middle run just wasn't as fast as what Andrew had. Like, I'd fire off good, and his middle run would outdo me, but then he'd get in front of me and he'd just stay there until the light traffic got involved, and I could only run the top, and it hurt me so bad.
No.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, man. I would have figured top line would have been more favorable for tire life. I know you guys were sliding all around the track out here tonight, and kind of give me a little insight of how you and your team, and I know with Kevin Powell's return to Five Flags Speedway next week.
I'm looking forward to it. It's a great racetrack. Excited to see what the cup cars, how they do on it, but it was a ton of fun in the truck. So I figured it would carry over to these cars since they're kind of similar.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. I know. I've been kind of taking a peek here at Five Flags Speedway, trying to figure out. This is an itty bitty track. Is this going to be like an
Mile.
LA Coliseum race?
Nah, be more like a North Louisville, just a little more banked.
Okay,
What's
good.
half
Oof.
mile? Is that Dover?
Nah, Dover's a mile.
Mile. Okay.
Yep.
Half mile would be like a Bristol and
Ah,
Martinsville.
Bristol. Okay.
Oof. All right.
Yeah, this is tiny track.
Yeah. Well, definitely an interesting run. Jonathan Jennings, we hope to see you continue on. I believe tonight's finish here should go ahead and get you on top of the points. Go ahead and give me a shout out, Tom.
You guys for the broadcast. Daniel and all the admins for everything they do. My teammates, of course, and the Adam Looney Foundation. Shout them out and hope Daniel will get that up and out there. And the series sponsor, Shoney's and Rogue Energy.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Jonathan. Good luck to you, buddy, and we'll see you at Five Flag Speedway next week.
All right, thank you.
Yep. All righty. Jonathan Jennings getting it done. But
Yeah,
right
I tell
now,
you, but between the last two fellas, I mean, they were on the podium. Jonathan Jennings the last 3 races, and Hunter Simpson the last 4 races. I mean, that is really, really good consistency.
yes, very, very good consistency. But somebody else who was taking the consistency of everybody else and throwing it out of the window, Andrew St. Cour. Welcome back, man. Definitely what a way to kind of come out here and drive the tires off that race car tonight.
Well, thank you very much. A lot of fun tonight.
All right. Well, that number 12 Ford was, I was a little nervous, man. You started a little outside the top 5. And then kind of shifted around a little bit here. I mean, kind of waited for it to come in. It seems I'm starting to get kind of the hang of it here, Andrew, is we are looking at you and your race car and the way you make these setups. You are built for long run speed.
Yeah, that's the way I run. Definitely tire saving, and it's and if I can keep that rhythm throughout the run early and not overdrive it, um, it definitely tends to come back into me. As it did tonight, and I was fortunate that it did. So it doesn't always work, if you get some races with some cautions, throws you off sync a little. But I was really quite impressed with the group there tonight that we were
yeah.
able to have a nice green flag run, and it's always fun to have those green flag, especially when you have a setup the way I did. And obviously for me, I'm sure there's people in the field that were hoping for a caution. But that would have threw, and I think it's natural you think like that. I think, for those final 10, 15 laps, I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting for that yellow to pop up. And I'm praying that it doesn't. And I was thankful it wasn't, or it didn't come up. So.
Yeah, and a lot of drivers sliding down into pit road, especially Kevin Thompson. We caught him. He almost lost control of it there. Clune got into the wall a couple of times, kind of took a bite out of Mike Samia there on the ricochet, heading into 1. But your team just seems to really be coming together here as all of you guys came in the top 10. Talk to me about, how you and your team how you guys set up for Five Flag Speedway. It's going to be a short track. None of this, it's hard to get long run speed out of a short track. I mean, how do we set this up?
Yeah, good question. We're gonna have to log some laps this week and get that figured out. Right now, I don't think, I think next week, Jonathan, Hunter, those guys will, probably come out with a great set. They're going to be fast at a short track. They always are, and they're going to be tough to beat. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work out for us, but I think no different than tonight, and the practice and the that we put in this week getting ready for this race. I think it showed, just with the Gary, Nick, and Kevin, the outcome. Myself, I know a couple of them were a little disappointed with how it ended, but I think the team should be real proud. All 4 of us in the top 10, and I think it's probably our best showing as a group in a while, if not period. So I really proud of the group. They're great teammates. They love to get out and practice, run laps, give great feedback, and quite honestly, I like giving having the opportunity to share some experience and share some of my expertise with them as well. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but it's fun to share the knowledge and work with them and see them improve. So,
Well, now
5-second lead qualifies as an expert.
well, we won't talk about his I rating either. I can see that. But man, it hit me over the head. I am missing one of your drivers here in the top 10 that made it, Nicholas Atwood.
yeah, Nick's on our team, Twisted Axle. Maybe you didn't know that, but maybe we didn't communicate that very well. But yeah, Nick's on our team. Nick and I are also teammates on Beast Mode Performance outside of this league, and got a shout out to those fellas. They always help us put a great set together, and yeah. So that's pretty well it for me. And I know I know it's going to be tough next week. But really looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting back into a routine here every Thursday night, and I anticipate I should hopefully not miss any more of the rest of the season. So, and unfortunately, missing a couple kind of put me definitely behind the 8 ball for this season championship. But I think there's a few races on the calendar that we are looking at that we can definitely feel like we can go out and do what we did tonight, and if not, give it a real good run to try to do it. So, which hopefully get us back into championship contention. So.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
I
Well,
love the way you
your
think.
fan out there, Mark McRae, is saying this is a great way to make a return with the new rig, and that you're supposed to shout out your hero,
My hero.
Doogie Gilmore.
Oh, Dougie Gilmore. That's my cousin. He's just carrying on. Yeah, but
Okay.
he's we definitely like to battle on who the better sports teams are. But he's been winning that battle for many years. But anyway, I'm not going to go there. But it's pretty cool that he's watching. So that's exciting. I'm assuming BMAC's watching. So shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark, and obviously, thanks to you guys for putting on a great broadcast again, and Doghouse for hosting us. My team, BMP, Twisted Axle here tonight, Kevin, Gary, and Nick. Yeah, a lot of fun. Thanks so much.
Alrighty, Andrew St. Cour, I'm going to whomp you if I don't catch you here in the daggone Discord, man. That way I know where you guys are. But hopefully I will see you again here in a podium position for 5 Flag Speedway. Congratulations on your win here tonight.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Alrighty, we have one of these days. I'll talk him in there. Right now, Mark McRae hanging out there in the chat. I do want to appreciate everybody who joined in tonight. It was a great race here tonight, I've got to admit. And one of those things, if I'm seeing out there, is we got to get some more views. And if you guys are all sitting in that race trailer, there's no reason all of you can't sign up, subscribe, go ahead and make sure you can tune in to all of our broadcasting here, and then that way you can blow up this chat. I do respond to you guys if there are any questions. And for the last time, Timmy, no, you cannot groove the tires here, man. That's only in the dirt. God dang. One of these days, I'm gonna groove you here in a sec, bud. But Stella, last final thoughts here.
Just sitting back grooving, man.
Oh yeah, grooving.
It's all right. I'll be here till Thursday. Try the deal.
Yep. Well, what an excellent race, guys. If you want to tune into the playoffs, you'll be able to see that over at the Racing Revolution League next week. It's going to be a great run. I believe we head to Homestead, Miami, to see if we can square off that track and put hopefully another guy into the Final Four. And if you want to hang out here for the Doghouse Racing League, of course, you know it's on Thursdays. 5 Flag Speedways where it's going to be, October 26th. 8 o'clock is when you tune in. I recommend showing up earlier. But that's going to do it for us here at Simtrax Broadcasting. Patrick Morrison here in the booth with Stella. Be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll see all you guys next time.